Yep, you read and saw that title right, guys. What have I done? I leased my truck and my trailer on with Tow Piglet back in the beginning of June. Now, how did that happen? Well, to be honest with you, it was kind of unintentional. See, at the peak of this pandemic, actually the beginning of May, I was starting to set up my own authority. And I had already gotten the IRP done because I was leased onto another company before this, but I'd already gotten my IRP done. I'd already got my IFTA through Kentucky, which is where I live, to set up and move forward with my own authority. But things are slow. Things aren't really firing on all cylinders right now. So during that time, I had seen some comments on the connections page on Tow Piglet's website that Alex, which if you don't know, that's Tow Piglet, had mentioned a few times before to check out his connection page on towpiglet.com. So when I checked it out, though, I was actually pretty shocked at how many dispatch services and companies there were looking for drivers on his website. Like, if I hadn't been leased onto a company already, I would have seriously felt like I struck gold right there. I didn't reach out to the companies. I was just kind of see what it was all about, kind of what the hype was being built up around it. I was already under a company myself, so I mean, it wasn't like I was actively searching for anything. I was just kind of seeing what it was about. So I was actually set back a little bit a few weeks later when Alex, Tow Piglet, actually called me and had told me that he had seen me on his list. He saw the experience that I had. He saw that I had experience driving, that I knew the ins and outs of the business apart from driving. And we started talking, and he told me his vision for his little roadmap for the future, and saw what I could bring to the table on that. We started talking a little bit more. We agreed on a lease percentage and a couple of other things, and then boom, that was it. I was leased on, just like that. Wasn't even looking. Was just being a little bit nosy about what all the hype was about, and here I found myself leased on with it. So in that aspect, the company actually reached out to me. That they saw me on a list, reached out to me. I didn't have to do anything other than register and say a little bit about myself. That's it. This is everything. Is if you have experience and you're basically listing what you are, be thorough. You've gained you spent your whole life gaining experience. Don't sell yourself short. Don't lie, but don't sell yourself short. So now that I know you guys are wondering why I'm sitting here in the corner, well, I'm actually about to use this wall to let you know, okay, let's talk about the money. What did I bring in the first month with Tow Piglet? And let's highlight the best week of that too. And I've got my little cheat sheet here because I do not have all this memorized. So plus this was over a month ago at, today when I'm recording this. So let's run through this. Let's start with the best week. The way that I do this is by loads delivered. So this was a full 7 days. And it was some carryover, but that does include the 7th day. I actually picked this up starting the 7th day. This isn't money just being rolled in. This includes the drive time, the miles, all that for that too. So Saturday, and we'll take this from a Saturday or, Friday to Friday. So Saturday and Sunday, I actually spent driving from Florida up towards the bottom of Michigan, which is where the first load delivered. And on Monday, I delivered the Orlando, Florida to Ann Arbor load for $1,350. I picked up in Waterford, Michigan, not far from there, a boat actually going to Fife, Washington, and then continued heading towards now Washington, which the other Florida load that I had was headed to Wisconsin anyway, so that's on the way. On Tuesday, I delivered my mulberry to Eau Claire, Wisconsin, $900. And then picked up, actually, in this instance, see, I dispatched myself. But in this instance, Alex was bored earlier that day. He didn't have anything to do. He was flying home, honestly, on that day. And he called me and said, hey, man, where you at? I said, I just got outside Minneapolis. He said, stop where you're at. He's like, there's a load in Elk River. He actually found this load for me. It was a load from Elk River going to Dickinson, North Dakota, which is not crazy far, but it was paying $1,200. It was only 4 feet long. It was 8 feet long. It was only 4 foot wide. It was a concrete form. It looked like a coffin. I actually put it right behind the boat. Took that, basically ended up delivering that overnight. Then on Wednesday, I delivered, Wednesday morning, I delivered that Elk River to Dickinson run, continued on towards Washington and picked up a load coming out of Billings, Montana. headed to Portland, Oregon. On Thursday, all I did was drive. I had, of course, at that point, the boat going to Washington and the load from Billings going to Portland on my trailer. Just driving all day to get to Washington. On Friday, I delivered the boat from Michigan to Washington. Ended up actually finding another load, which was the bread truck that was going back to Wisconsin. So once I got rid of the boat, I scooped up the bread truck with the thing that I got from Billings already on there, and then shot down to Portland and delivered it. Ended my day, ended my week. Ended the week, the boat paid $3,100. The paint sprayer thing going to Portland paid $950. So total for that week, we have a $1,350 load, a $900 load, a $1,200 load, $3,100 load, and a $950 load. $7,500 for the week. Now the mileage was heavy. It's 3,788 miles, which comes out to $1.98 a mile. Remember guys, this was out of mid-Florida. Mid-Florida, all the way to Washington. You can make money work. You don't have to sit there and die in Florida. I did not do good coming out of Florida. The rates going towards, of course they were split too, going up to Michigan, going over to Wisconsin. Neither one of those were great. It's not necessarily repeatable. I'm not telling you this is how you make $7,500 a week every week. It's not. I can't even do that every week. You know, it's a whole lot of like how you book, but it's also a lot of luck, and they both have to work that week. I didn't duplicate this again that month. You know, but you try and everything goes good. This was just the best week of the month of June. So June has 30 days in it. I didn't start till the 4th. And I ended up being at home, including right before I started, a total of 8 days. So really I only worked 22 days, which is just one day over 3 weeks, and grossed for the month $20,450 on 11,462 miles. That's $1.78 per mile. And 22 days work with $20,450 for the month. That's an average of $929.55 a day. So every day I was out there, $929.55 a day for the average of the month, which isn't terrible, but it's also not a very good year right now. So I will definitely take that. So that's it guys. Leased on with Tow Piglet. First month recap. We covered everything. If you guys want to hear more monthly recaps or even dive in deeper into certain weeks, it's hard to do a weekly. I don't really have enough time to do that. I don't want to even try to make enough time to do that. But if you want to, I will do more monthly videos. Just let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Don't forget. We'll see you guys next time.